here we're going to look at complex fractions. So fractions in fractions again. But on this one, let's say if we did write this division as divided by the little old school division symbol, you can't do copy.flip unless this and this are a fraction in and of themselves. And so we would have to get common denominators to be able to add those together. We'd have to get common denominators to add those together. So there is something easier we can do. If we look at the problem as a whole and say, well, the biggest thing is if we could get rid of those divided by 7 w's, we wouldn't have this fraction in a fraction situation anymore. Well, if I look at the whole top and the whole bottom, I could multiply the top and the bottom of this fraction both by 7w, because think it's a fraction. I can multiply by anything as long as I do it over itself, because dividing by or multiplying by something over itself is like multiplying by 1, right? 7w over 7w would divide to 1. So I can do it as an equivalent fraction as long as I do it to the top and bottom. So why would that be useful? Well, picture it's like I'm multiplying 7w by everything that's inside here. So here and here. What I like to do to make that look a little bit cleaner and not forget about any of my parts is just write times 7w on everything individually. If I'm multiplying the whole top, it gets distributed here and here. How do I know it goes on top of this fraction? Because that's a whole number. It's like 7w over 1. So a whole number always ends up on the top of a fraction. And then same thing here. This is times 7w, and this is times 7w. So I like to write them on each of them. That way when I do my crossing off, I can actually cross off and not be kind of overusing them. So here, 7w divided by 7w just leaves you with 1. And then negative 3 times 7w is minus 21w. And then here, 7w and 7w cancel, so you have a plus 1. And 2 times 7w is 14w. And so now at the very least, you don't have a fraction in a fraction anymore, and it doesn't look like we have any common factors here that can cancel. There's nothing I can factor out of either of those because it's plus 1 minus 1. And so at least we don't have a fraction in a fraction anymore, which is what they want. They ask you to simplify.